Hop in. So exciting, seeing so many new faces popping in here. Let the last few people trickle in here, and then we'll get started. All right, we got a good group. All right, well, hi everyone. Welcome to New Student Orientation. We're so thrilled to have everyone. This session is going to be packed with valuable insights, helpful tips. We're going to introduce you to people, resources that are going to help you every step of the way throughout your academic journey. First, I want to introduce myself. I'm Erin. I'm the Student Success Manager, and I oversee our fantastic team of Student Success Advisors who are going to be your go-to support throughout your program. So whether you need guidance, encouragement, or just someone to help you navigate your path, we're here for you, okay? Today, we're also going to be joined by several different departments. I'm going to call a quick special attention to our enrollment coordinators. They work closely with your admissions to assist in your onboarding and ensure that you've been registered for your first course. They're going to be active in the chat through today's session, so feel free to drop any questions that you might have, and they'll be able to support you there as well. They will also be sharing important links that you are going to want to save and bookmark. All right, a few quick things before we get going. This session is being recorded, so if you miss anything or want to revisit, you'll have access to this replay. And then to keep things smooth and distraction-free, all participants have been muted. You'll be able to participate in the chat, and then we'll be able to unmute you guys later on for question and answers. And then finally, if you guys are utilizing those military benefits, please be sure to attend our military benefits briefing at 3:30 p.m. It's going to be a great opportunity to have all your questions answered and learn more about those benefits. That link's also going to be dropped into the chat. Okay, here's a quick look at what we're going to be reviewing today. We're going to start by walking you through some key steps to complete before your classes begin on Monday. Our goal is to make sure you guys are set up for a smooth and successful start. We're going to be going over the support we can provide our students. It is our top priority. We're here to walk alongside you every step of the way. So I will highlight some of those services to make sure you thrive academically and personally. Next, we will discuss practical strategies to keep you organized, motivated, and confident throughout your studies. And then we'll talk about what to do after your first course wraps up. How do you transition from that first course into the next smoothly? We're going to explore those values of industry certifications and how they can enhance your career opportunities. And then that's going to segue right into introducing you into our career services team and learn more about the resources and guidance available to you to help prepare for your future. And then we will have our financial aid team join us, and they're going to provide you with some information about managing your finances, understanding your funding options. And finally, we'll wrap it up with that question and answer session, and we'll give you the chance to ask any additional questions you guys might have. All right, so let's talk about your first day at CIET. Your courses officially begin on Monday. And there are a few key steps I want you to take beforehand to make sure you guys are set up and confident and prepared. And the first thing is to understand all of the platforms. You have three main tools at your time here at CIET. First is going to be your student portal. This is your home base. This is going to be the first place you go to get everything set up. This is where you're going to have access to your student email, your course schedule, access to different tools and resources, including your Canvas. Okay. Canvas is going to be your academic hub. This is where your virtual classroom will live. You'll find your assignments, grades, discussion boards, your course materials, syllabus, which are all located within your course shells. And I highly recommend you take a minute to review your course syllabus before each course so you understand that course load and how to contact your instructor if you need additional assistance and help. And then the third thing we have is your Microsoft Teams. This is our communication platform. You'll use this to connect with your instructor support staff. And this is also where you're going to be attending your live lectures. Okay. Now, before your official start date, you're going to want to complete your CIAT readiness course. It's a short course that's already located within your Canvas, and it's going to help walk you through everything you need to know. It's going to help you figure out how to navigate Canvas, where to find information, how to find your grades, academic policies, understand attendance requirements. It's going to give you that knowledge that you need just right out the gate. And then finally, let's talk textbooks. We recommend ordering your textbooks before each course begins. The link will be dropped into the chat as well, so be sure to save that. And our tip is to order these one at a time. And the reason is to make sure you are getting the most up-to-date, most current and accurate requirements for each of your courses. Okay. So quick recap, make sure you log into your portal, explore Canvas and Teams, complete that readiness course, grab those textbooks. If you do all of these things before Monday, you're going to be in great shape to start off really strong. Okay, now let's talk about something we truly pride ourselves here at CIET, and that is the support we offer our students. We know starting something new can feel a little overwhelming, and we have built a strong support system to help you every step of the way here. First is our Student Success Advisors. As I mentioned, some of you may have already heard from them, but you'll be hearing from them as well during this first few weeks of your first course. They're going to be a consistent part of your academic journey and a consistent point of contact. Their role is to truly answer any questions, help you navigate any challenges that may come up along the way. They are here to make sure you never feel like you have to figure anything out alone. Next, if you ever have a quick question or just need a quick answer to something, you can use the Submit Support Request button, and this is going to be located at the very top right-hand corner of your student portal. It's just the fast, easiest way to reach out, and we'll be happy to help you guys. We also offer academic tutoring, which you can request through your student portal as well. This will be in the drop-down menu. This is completely free. We have dedicated faculty, staff that are already here to support you guys. So whether it's understanding a specific concept within your course or preparing for an industry exam, we'll make sure we're going to coordinate the right support that you guys are needing. And then finally, if you guys feel like you might benefit from academic accommodations, our disability support team is here for you. We encourage you to book an appointment and talk through what's available and make sure you feel like you're set up for success. All right, so now remember, when you're here at CIET, you're never alone. All right, tips for success here. As you begin your first course, there's a few things that will help you stay organized and set yourself up for success. First is that all of our courses are 5 weeks. This will go by quickly. So staying engaged from day one makes all of the difference. Logging in regularly, review your syllabus, trying to keep up with your assignments helps you build that momentum that's going to help you thrive. So be sure to stay engaged from day one. It's really going to set you up for success. The second is your live sessions. We will always follow one of two schedules. Your live sessions will be on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, Thursday. And you're going to keep that schedule for that entire term or that entire course. It will not switch in between. However, it can change from course to course. So it's important to review your syllabus before the course begins so you can plan accordingly, and you can also confirm all of these assigned days through Microsoft Teams as well. Third tip here is to create a plan that truly fits your life. I know some of you have families, full-time jobs, so you'll want to make sure you're setting aside 20 to 30 hours each week for your coursework that gives you the space to stay engaged and feel confident as you're moving through the material. Many of our students find that when they map out their time early, whether it's blocking up hours, organizing assignments, building a new routine, they feel more control and less overwhelmed. A little bit of planning goes a long way in the front in helping you stay balanced and feeling successful in your courses. And fourth is to please make it a habit to check your student email regularly for important institutional updates. We don't send tons of information to your personal email, so checking that student email as if it's your personal daily is going to be important because several departments will be reaching out to you through that email. You'll hear from your student services department, your SSA regarding academic updates, urgent reminders. You'll hear from finance, IT, especially in regards to your lab kits, if those apply to you. So please be sure to check this email consistently. And then finally, a quick fun fact is that students who successfully complete their first course are far more likely to graduate. So your momentum in these first 5 weeks are truly matter. So be excited. This is a very exciting journey for you guys. And then next, I'm going to quickly introduce you guys to one of our senior student success advisors, Andrea, and she's going to be reviewing our attendance policy with you guys.
Thank you, Erin. Hello, everybody. Welcome to your new student orientation. We are going to talk really quickly about attendance. So as Erin mentioned, each class at CIAT is 5 weeks. So during each week, you're going to have weekly assignments that are going to be due by Saturday. And throughout the week, you should be working to complete those assignments. How CIAT measures your engagement in the class is through attendance checkpoints. So the 3 checkpoints each week are Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And to meet full attendance for the week, you need to submit at least 1 assignment on or before each of these checkpoints. That way you're getting counted for attendance. The live classes, we definitely encourage you to attend. Those are wonderful. Those do not count for attendance. So anything that you're submitting in the class is going to help count towards these checkpoints. Could be submitting a quiz, posting a discussion post, submitting an assignment. And so throughout the week, we encourage you to just keep up with your coursework. That way you're meeting those attendance checkpoints and also staying on top of your weekly assignments because the 5 weeks do go by quickly. Something important to note, so you can work ahead, but just make sure if you're working ahead to save the work and submit it for the week that it's due. That way we get your attendance logged for that week. One of our graduation requirements at CIAT is a minimum of 80% attendance in your program. So that's why these weekly attendance checkpoints are really important. So we want to keep you on track to meet that graduation requirement. Something else to note is our non-attendance limit. Students can't exceed 14 days of non-attendance. So if you do go over 14 days, we will have to administratively drop you from your program. So if something is going on, please reach out to us. Student Services is here to support you and help throughout your program. And that is pretty much all for attendance. So yeah. Next thing we will be discussing are industry certifications. This is one of my favorite things to talk about, and something so awesome about CIET is our certification policy, the support services we have towards getting these industry certifications. And in addition to getting your certificates or your degrees from CIET, earning these industry certifications can really help you with both career placement or career advancement if you're already in the field. And many of our programs at CIET include curriculum that cover various certifications. So you can see a few of these companies here, like CompTIA, Microsoft, Amazon, many, many more. Our certification support ranges from study materials, practice tests, workshops, boot camps. There's a lot that we offer here. So take full advantage of that. We have a lot of great resources to help you as you're studying for these and then as you take those exams. So our support also extends. So once you graduate from CIET, you'll have 180 days after graduation to continue to utilize these resources, which is really wonderful. Something important to note is depending on your program, you might have a certification requirement for graduation. So if you're in a computer information systems track, that's something that your student advisor will help you with and work with you throughout your program on. And I definitely encourage you to work on these early. So once you're starting the courses for these certs, you'll get practice material, you'll start getting a lot of emails and updates on events and things to start participating in. Definitely take full advantage. It's really nice to work on these throughout your program. Don't save them to the very end. Don't want that. We have academic breaks that are weaved into the calendar each year. So when you have academic breaks coming up, that's a great time to take these exams. And I want to also just point out this acronym. So the acronym we see right here is FAIL, which stands for First Attempt in Learning. So reach out if you need help, if you have questions. We are here to support you. And the only way to fail is to give up. So all you have to do is get started and you'll get that a lot of good information kind of as you go, usually in your second class. So if anything comes up that you need help with as far as your certifications, reach out to us, your student success advisor. That's one of our roles here, is helping you with your certification exams. So we're here to help and we can't wait for you to get started. And next, I believe we're going to hear from Career Services, right, Erin?
Now we're going to actually hear from Nora.
Oh,
She's
Nora.
in our
Okay.
records department, and
Perfect.
she is going to review how to make sure you move from that first course seamlessly into your next. So I'm going to hand it over to Nora.
Thank you, Erin. Thank you, Andrea. So, hi, everyone, and welcome to New Student Orientation, and most of all, welcome to CIET. Again, my name is Nora, and I am your senior records evaluator. And although it's just me, I actually represent a team of record evaluators, and so we are here to serve each and every one of you. And that being said, you may have already worked with many of us because we have worked on your pre-evaluations prior to you all enrolling here at CIET. And so with that, we have we utilize those pre-evaluations to determine what your first class is going to be, and then your classes for your entire program. And that you do not have to worry about what class to register for or what class is going to be next. And so you'll see the classes are already scheduled for you. And what you have to do is just worry about your classwork, worry about your homework, worry about getting good grades. And so you just have to maintain on your very first class in order to see your next registered course in your schedule is maintain a minimum of a C grade or higher, and then you will automatically see that your second class will appear on your Canvas. And if you don't see it, don't worry, because usually in week 3, you'll start to see your courses populate. But if you don't, rest assured, they will start to populate for you. But just continue to just focus on your courses, the course that you're in, focus on getting good grades. Just like Aaron said, that when you are focusing on in your very first class, when you succeed in your first class, students tend to finish off the program that they're in at a high rate. And so maintain a C or higher in your first class, you'll get registered for the second course, and then so forth, moving on throughout your entire program. Second thing, if you see that you are meeting the mark in your grades, but you're still not registered, just make sure that you have completed all of your financial paperwork and you don't have anything pending financially, and you've taken care of all of just all of the documents that you needed to take care of. And another thing that may prevent you from being registered for your next course could be that we are pending a official transcript. And so many of you have already spoken with our student success advisors who have already reached out to many of you, letting you know, hey, we are still pending official transcripts. And so you have already probably sent those in, so rest assured, you don't have to worry about that. But if you have not, please make sure that those official transcripts have been sent in, so that way you do not have a hold or anything that is delaying you from getting into your next course. And then the other thing that we want to make sure that you do take care of is verifying your address on your student portal. It is important that you just verify your address in general. Maybe you've moved from the time that you enrolled, and you hadn't verified. Please just make sure that you verify your address, whether you are in a IT program or not, because for our computer information systems students, they will receive a computer kit, a lab kit, through the duration of their programs. Or for the students who are not in a tech program, you're going to want to make sure that you get your diploma, your certificate, that gets sent to the correct address. So for every student that is on here, just make sure you verify your address. And for those who would like to send your documents, make sure you send it to records, RECORDS at ciat.edu. And if you have any questions, again, the records evaluators, we are here to serve you not only through the duration of your program, but also hereafter. So congratulations and welcome.
Thank you, Nora. So we are going to introduce you to Career Services Department. So I'm going to welcome our director, Jill, and she'll be able to go over these resources with you guys.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to CIAT. If you haven't quite picked up yet, you have entered into a family by joining our team, and we are so excited to have you. So many of you are here because you are looking to transition into an IT technical role, project management, healthcare, digital marketing. We have so many great programs, or you're looking to transition either new or transition the skills that you already have. Career Services is here to really help you identify what next steps are for you. And help you define success through a series of milestones, whether it be certification obtainment or again transitioning into that new role. So there's a lot of ways that we can support you through career exploration. Maybe you're here in school and you're not just quite sure what you're going to do with your education or academic success. We're here to help explore the different programs and pathways that you can pursue as you journey through your career. We're here to help with resume building, job search support, interview prep, and then and so many more ways that we can help connect you to great resources. We always say, please don't wait until you graduate. We certainly want to walk hand in hand with you throughout the entire duration of your academic experience. Just like you've heard from your student success advisors, financial aid, you will have a dedicated career services advisor who will work with you throughout your entire journey. So once you graduate, we hope that you can graduate and transition very seamlessly into the next milestone of your life. So in your within the first couple weeks of your first term, you will get access to our online platform called Handshake. That's how you will make appointments with our team and department, but there's a lot of great resources in your student portal and ways that we'd love to connect with you. So looking forward to working with each and every one of you, and looking forward to great success as you continue to grow your skills, your confidence, and transition. So thanks so much, Erin.
Right. Thank you. I am going to introduce next Stefina. She is from our financial services department, and she is going to review some of our funding options with you guys to make sure you guys are well aware.
There we go. I could not unmute at first. Thank you, Erin. Hi, everybody. Welcome again. My name is Stefania. I am the Senior Financial Aid Advisor here at CIAT. I'm just going to be going over a few items today with you. The first one being the FAFSA. So by this point, most of you, if not all of you, should have already been financially packaged and have the FAFSAs completed that are available at this time. However, there is a new FAFSA that does come out annually at the end of each year. So for an example, by the end of this year, we should see the, I think, 27-28 FAFSA available. Some of you may not end up needing that FAFSA. However, we do encourage you to go in and complete the FAFSA anyways, as some of you may need it as you get further into your program. The next item is going to be your aid offer letter. So with this, for those of you who are receiving financial aid, during week 4 of your first class, your financial aid coordinator, who will be assigned to you by the time you start the program, your financial aid coordinator will send out what's called an aid offer letter to both your personal email as well as your school email. So you can access it either way. It is very important that when you do receive this, that you go in and open that email, accept, initial, sign off on that aid offer letter. The aid offer letter includes your first academic year's financial aid that your financial aid coordinator is requesting. So without that initial and signature from you all, we cannot start posting these funds to your account. So very important. Next topic is going to be just some friendly budgeting tips and reminders. So as you're going through the program, first, if there are any failed courses that happen, any leave of absences that are taking, this could change your funding, to which at that time your financial aid coordinator would get with you to repackage you for financial aid. Next would be a reminder that because textbooks are not included in the cost of tuition, and you would be responsible to purchasing those textbooks out of pocket, just keep that in your budget. I think it was mentioned previously that it's encouraged to purchase these prior to the start of whichever class textbooks do apply to. And then lastly here, for those of you who do have a payment plan set up, just to remind yourself and remember to go into tuition options to where you can make your monthly payment there. And then lastly, when you first got into enrolling into the program, you were assigned a financial aid advisor like myself. However, going through the program, like I had mentioned before, you will be assigned a financial aid coordinator, and those are the individuals here at CIET that will be able to assist you throughout the duration of your program. Should you have any questions, however, throughout and maybe you weren't able to reach your financial aid coordinator, we have posted below the main telephone line to the finance department, as well as the email at financialaidteam@ciet.edu. And then for any questions, you guys feel free, you can post them in the chat and we'll be sure to get those answered for you. Thank you all and congratulations.
All right, thank you so much. Just a reminder, again, our military brief will be at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. Any questions regarding your VA benefits, certification, online versus hybrid, final exams, that is the place where you will be getting a lot of that info. So please be sure to be in attendance. And now I will open up the floor for any of you guys. If you have any questions, you could use your raise your hand button. It's at the top kind of toolbar in Teams. And we will be able to call you on one by one and try to answer as many of these questions as we can. All right, it looks like Juan.
Yeah, I got a quick question. I didn't receive an email for the military portion of this. So
Absolutely. We'll be sure to drop the link has just been dropped into the chat below. So you'll be able to attend that way.
and that's 3:30 Eastern or
Pacific Standard.
Oh yeah, Pacific. It's I'm sorry. Okay, cool.
Oh,
Thank you.
you're fine. No problem. All right, let's go with Julian. Are you there? No questions? All right, let's maybe go up to Stephen possibly.
How you guys doing? I was wondering, so I have already started before and they said that they counted my credits. Do I need to start from the beginning or do I start on the next class?
Are you a prior student?
Yes, I am.
So yeah, you will be going into the next course within your new program.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem. Let's go with Tracy. And you can also, if you have chats, you can put them in the chat as well. Questions, we can try to answer them in both ways, but let's go with Tracy.
Yeah, I just wanted to let Juan know that the military is at 6:30 Eastern.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much for that. Any other questions? Or just the update?
It was just the update.
Oh, well, thank you so much for that. That was very kind. Let's go with Marcos.
Hey, hello. I just had a question about the student portal and all that. I didn't get the email. Still haven't gotten it. I've been just trying to check it out and log in, but I'm not able to. Just seeing when I'll be able to get that set up.
Absolutely. Can you just be sure to drop your name into the chat and then one of our enrollment coordinators can look into that for you.
Cool. All right. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Great. And Joseph? You there?
Okay, hear me now?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to double check and confirm about I forgot the name frame, the accountability for the week, whatever, like the Tuesday, Thursday.
The attendance?
Yes. So just by you completing your work for that week, it will be okay, right?
Correct. So you need to make sure you are working ahead, not behind. So
Okay.
anything that is past, say Tuesday, if you submit something Wednesday, it will not count for the Tuesday. You want to make sure you're doing it ahead of time. Typically, I like to tell students that if you are submitting work earlier, if you're someone who's just wants to knock everything out, submit all your work on Monday, and all your attendance checkpoints for that week alone would be checked off for the week, and then same thing for the following week. So make sure you're doing it on a week by week basis, not working too far ahead either.
Okay. So in that time, are y'all gonna put the time frame for the check-in Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday?
I believe it's 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard Time is like the cutoff. Every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
So just gotta log in before then, or
Make sure you submit a gradable assignment. So
okay,
any discussion, labs, quizzes, there's knowledge checks, even responses to the discussions, those will all count towards
Okay.
your attendance.
Okay, thank you.
No
Erin,
problem.
can I hop in with that really
Absolutely.
quick, just for everyone on the call? So when you log into your into your Canvas course every week you're going to have a due date of Saturdays for that week. So generally speaking, all of your coursework is due by Saturday. It is up to you to choose something to submit by Tuesday, by Thursday, and by Saturday at 11:59. It's not just, I'm going to choose 3 items to complete and I'm good. We have to have you keep up with the coursework and complete all of your coursework for that week. So please be mindful that you could see a Saturday due date for everything in that week, which is everything will be due by Saturday, but you as a student need to pick something by that Tuesday, that Thursday, that Saturday.
So basically, it's just safe to just submit some on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
You got it. Perfect. And then everything else you can submit on Saturday. Perfect.
Okay, gotcha.
Thanks, Erin.
Thank
No
you.
problem. All right, let's go. We just went with Joseph. Go with Mr. Williams. Available. Should be able to unmute, or let's go back up to Julian. Ricardo, let's try you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Absolutely, yes, we can.
Perfect. So I just had a question about the finances. If we have a pay plan set, do we just talk with the financial advisor about if we have our FAFSA available later on to switch over to that, or how would that work?
You can go ahead and answer that. Sorry, Steph, did you wanna?
Yeah, I can.
can.
So, at this point, you would have already been financially packaged with, if you did qualify for financial aid funding through the FAFSA, it would have already been applied towards your tuition. Anything that was remaining would have then went into that payment plan that you make those monthly payments on.
So the reason I was asking, sorry, is because I actually owed FAFSA money. So I wasn't able to use my FAFSA. I am approved through them, but they told me that I need to clear that debt first with them. So I've been doing payments through them, and I just wanted to make sure whether or not I could still use it later on once I'm all caught up on their end.
Sure, yes. Yeah, it sounds like the FAFSA was put on hold for now while you're getting caught up on past due payments. Once you are in the clear in that case, then you're welcome to reach out to us and we can then reevaluate your FAFSA and your funding.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Erin, you're on mute.
Navasha? Tate?
Yes, hi. So I think my question may have been answered, but I I don't feel like I'm the only one that's a little bit confused by the attendance, the weekly setup. But in the chat, someone did ask if we complete all the assignments on Monday, will we be accounted for? And then someone did respond and said, yes, if you submit 3 things on Monday, you will have full attendance for the week, which would be 1 assignment per checkpoint. I don't want to say, can you repeat it again? But like, does that? I'm sorry.
No, that is correct, but that does not negate the remainder of the assignments that are due that week. So you kind of
Okay.
have the attendance portion, which is those 3 main checkpoints, but you will also have additional assignments all with that due date on Saturday. And it's up to you once you submit those 3 main assignments for those checkpoints to get those submitted to make sure you're staying on track and keeping up with the course load.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Mike? You should be able to unmute yourself.
There we go. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, sweet. So I think everyone's just trying to like get their head wrapped around this attendance. So maybe if I understand it,
Absolutely.
they'll understand it too. So the 3 items, whatever we choose, that's just strictly for attendance only, right? That just covers us for the week. But there's still other assignments obviously we need to complete for a grade. So there's like kind of it's twofold, right? Attendance is one aspect because we need 80% of attendance for the whole entire 5 weeks. But then we also need to complete our coursework for the week so that we get graded, right?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay, so
So
I
another,
think hopefully that helps everybody else kind of figure it out because I'm like, it seems like we're all kind of like just want to make sure we're doing the right thing, so we keep asking the same question. But I think, like in a broad sense of things, that's how it's being looked at as far as like one aspect is just strictly attendance, and then one aspect is completing all of our assignments for the grade.
yes, correct. And also keep in mind, your student success advisors are here to help you. So if you are steering off track or if you haven't been meeting your attendance, you will be hearing from us. We will be calling you. We're going to be emailing that student email, which is why it's so important to make sure you check that daily. So you shouldn't be going into this blind. We are here to help you. If you're running into issues, again, our team is here to support you and answer any of those questions. We'll be reaching out to you next week and throughout the week. So if you have even more questions in regards to that, they're going to be able to answer those questions for you guys as well. Okay.
Okay, and I'm just gonna ask this for myself, and probably others will have a similar question. If we're say going on vacation or we're gonna be out, say a couple of days, obviously we can submit all of our assignments, on Monday, for instance. But say if say if we actually go out of the country and there's no internet for whatever reason, the peer responses obviously is one portion of the grade. But I guess I'm trying to figure out is if I'm unable to access this, the student portal wherever I am at that time, do I just essentially take an L for just the responses in a sense?
I would say it depends on the circumstance and the situation. So
Mhm.
anytime you're going to be missing, whether it's a few days, a week of your work, I highly recommend you connect with your student success advisor to talk through all your options to make sure either 1, you're staying up to date with your attendance and meeting those checkpoints, or 2, maybe discuss doing a leave of absence if that's going to be in your best interest. They're going to be able to talk through all the options because there's a difference between a few days or a week or 2, so it really is more nuanced. So I would recommend really communicating with your assigned student success advisor, and they'll be able to walk you through the different options that are available to you.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
And if I can hop in just one more time, just so I can answer everyone's question, there's a lot of confusion around the attendance right now. So like I said, every term is a 5-week term. Every week, there is going to be assignments that are due. When I say that are due, you're going to go into your Canvas and you're going to see everything for that week is going to have a due date that says Saturday of that week. It is up to you as the student to submit something for attendance by Tuesday, by Thursday, and by Saturday. And then everything else needs to be submitted by that Saturday to avoid any late penalties. People are asking, can they submit coursework beforehand? Yes, only for that week. So if you want to complete all of your coursework for that week, you can submit it on Monday or Tuesday, and it'll kind of give you credit for the whole week. Only for that week though, right? So if you're looking at, oh, I want to finish something for week 2, but it's only week 1, don't submit it. Keep it saved on your computer. Do what you have to do. Do not submit it until the week of that course. I wanted to answer the question a little bit with clarity in regards to what if I can't get to a checkpoint, or what if I can't do it? Either you submit it early or you do take the loss on that attendance checkpoint, unfortunately. We did have another student ask, well, I attend my live sessions on Tuesday, Wednesday. Can I submit something on Thursday? No. The live sessions is very important. It is critical to your success. However, your live session attendance is not going to be counted towards your attendance checkpoints. It's really important that you engage and submit an activity by that Tuesday, by that Thursday, and by that Saturday. I just wanted to clarify if I could. So Marcos, we can have a week's worth of courses done, but we can only submit the work. Exactly. Yeah, you can work ahead. But again, I want you to guys, I want you all just to take it course by course, take it week by week. I don't want you to get too ahead of yourselves. Just get into the rhythm as soon as you start with your classes, and then you can go from there. But yeah, if you want to, if you foresee, oh, I have to be out this week, or I have a business trip, or I'm planning a family vacation, I'm not going to be here Thursday to Saturday. Well, you have the option of submitting all of your coursework for that week by Monday or Tuesday, and it'll go towards your Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday attendance. So it'll catch. Just don't be late. Don't pass up that Tuesday. Don't pass up that Thursday, because you are going to be marked absent, and it does go against you, unfortunately. Any questions on that before we move on to the other questions that we have? Beautiful. All right, I think we had Anthony next, Sharon.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
My question was kind of about the financial, like the FAFSA portion that he asked about. Like, I forgot who it was that asked about earlier, but mine is kind of different. So I just found out my FAFSA was approved as well, and I was trying to use the Pell Grant for some of my supplies and possibly take out some student loans. Is that still possible or no?
I would recommend for you to reach out to your financial aid advisor so that they can revisit your financial aid projection and go over that with you.
Okay, thank you.
Are you familiar with who your financial aid advisor is?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, yes, I would reach out to them, and then that way they can reconnect with you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Right, Mike?
Oh, sorry. Let me unraise my hand.
No problem. All right. And Navasha, Tate?
Yes. So I'm currently in Canvas right now, and my particular course has not, I guess, updated on my dashboard. I know you did say that we do have a few more days before the course starts or the term starts. So should we just keep waiting on that, or should I have seen it by now?
We'll go ahead and we'll have one of the enrollment coordinators take a quick look for you and then have them follow up, but it should be populating shortly.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Do we have any other questions?
The lady that just asked the question put her name in the chat so I can check.
Absolutely. Navasha Tate. I will go ahead and put that in there. Oh, there we go. She has it.
There you go, Bookie Butt.
All right. Well, that concludes, unless anybody else has any questions, that concludes the new student orientation. Again, reminder of that Military brief, 3:30. Please be sure to attend that. And then I'll also be staying on for a little bit longer too for any additional questions that might be popping up.
Erin, we do have some questions in the chat I think we want to address.
Yep.
Okay. We did have a question. Would it be better to rent or buy the books we need? It's completely up to you. Whatever is more cost effective, as long as the book aligns with what's needed for the course, that would be your personal decision. Okay. Transfer credits and how does that work? If you are planning on bringing any prior coursework and or industry certifications that have not expired, please send them to the records email that we added to the chat. Donald, can you just re-add it to the chat, please? And they are going to be requesting your officials. Now, for any gen ed courses, those don't expire. For any core classes that you are looking to transfer in, there is a 7-year time frame. So again, just work with our records team. You do have a dedicated records evaluator, and they are going to be able to support you in any transfer credit questions that you have. Even if you don't think something is going to transfer in, I don't think it hurts to try. It's going to save you time and money in the long run, I promise. Okay. What time do classes start? So your live sessions are going to be starting at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you are on the East Coast, I know that's a little bit later. So they are recorded if you are not able to attend. And I know that we do have somebody that is waiting, Linda. Their hand up.
Hi, I just have a question regarding exam dates. How early will they be posted? I only ask so I can be prepared. I have to book a flight from Colorado to San Diego for that.
That will be reviewed in the military briefing, but they become available in the very first day class.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you.
Where would we find the recording? It will get posted kind of into the chat once we close out the session. The military brief, so the military brief is for any students that are utilizing any military benefits. They're going to be going over all of their financial specific questions as well as hybrid versus online status and how that may impact them. I see one from Marcos in regards to your student portal email. If you can put your full name into the chat, Marcos, we can also look into that for you as well.
Yep, this is the one that Donald responded to a couple of times.
Perfect.
So Marcos, just hang tight. We're going to get that over to you by the end of the day.
All right. Any additional questions? I'm trying to see if we missed any here. Go ahead. It's okay. Navisha?
You're talking to me, right?
Yeah, I
Yes,
see your hand
okay.
up again.
Okay, last question. Thank you so much for answering all my questions. But so my classes start, well, the term starts on a Monday, but because I'm not able to, my class isn't populated yet, which is what I was just told in the chat. Is there any way I can know if this is a Monday, Wednesday class or a Tuesday, Thursday class? I won't know until it populates. Okay, thank you very much.
We can actually tell you. So it looks like you are registered for a course. Enrollment coordinators, if you can just message Navasha one-on-one of the session dates. I'm not sure why it's not populating on your end, but you're registered for a course and we can tell you what day it is. You don't have to wait.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Like we have another question about the readiness course. As long as you have it completed, I think that that's what's going to set you up for success. Are you referring to, sorry, it looks like this is for Howard. Are you referring to your registered course that's coming up just to make sure it's completed? Or the readiness course itself?
I think it says the readiness course in there. So just like Erin mentioned, if you've completed it, that's fine. It's probably just giving you follow-ups to maybe things that were graded. That's not necessary. So if you've done it, you're good to go. Okay, there's another
And-
question. Would the live classes be the same as the setup where everyone is muted? No, it is not going to be. We just did this because we have over 100 students on this call, and we just wanted to maintain a distraction-free type of environment. So it's very much more personal when it comes to your live classes.
Aiden, are you referring to the readiness course? Don't believe if you're a returning student, I don't believe you need to complete the readiness course. You've already been familiarized with Canvas and the policies that you need to adhere to. So I think you should be fine. All right. Should we have a live webcam and mic for live classes? Yes, I believe you should have a computer with a webcam so that you can participate within the live courses if possible. What would it be like to transfer from one class to the next? Like Nora said, you'll have that first course that is registered for you. Once you meet that 74 percentage requirement, you'll start to register. I'd say probably within that week 4, week 5 of class, you can start seeing those great your next course populate, and then it will be the same kind of from course to course. They will register those courses for you. You don't need to worry about it. It's just making sure you're going into your student portal, making sure you're looking at your course sequencing and scheduling. Let's see. We are also very excited for you to start on Monday. The military brief will also be recorded, yes. You should be able to, the textbook link should be able to link you directly to the books that are required for each of your courses. So I would take a look there first. Mac laptops, I believe I would double check with our system requirements for depending on what program you're in. We want to make sure that that's compatible. I believe you should be able to do some of the discussions and assignments through there, but I would just make sure you have a compatible laptop or computer for your program. All right, I think I answered all those questions. Attendance for Eastern Standard Time students would be held to the 11:59 p.m. Pacific Standard. So it would be the same time frame as the students that are on the West Coast or throughout the country. Any additional questions? I love that everyone's asking so many questions. We're all so excited for you guys to start on Monday. Anytime, we're so happy that you guys were all able to join us today, and we can get you guys introduced to the different departments and the support that we can provide you guys. Like I said, your student success advisors will be following up with you next week and weeks into your first course. So feel free to ping them. They'll be able to answer any additional questions as well. How many students attend CIET? I want to say a little over 2,500. And we're quickly growing, which is super exciting as well. Right, I will stay on for a few more minutes. If anyone else has last minute questions, I'll be able to answer those for anyone that needs them. But I'm wishing everyone the greatest success. We're looking forward to a successful start on Monday. And again, just that reminder for the military briefing at 3:30 Pacific Standard. Great, thank you, everybody. Great, do we have any last minute questions before we conclude? All right. Well, thank you guys again, and we will be signing off. If you have any additional questions, just reach out to your student success advisor. We'll be happy to help you guys. All right, bye guys.